Okay. Okay. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Aji ami eta notun subject start korim, notun subject or topic start korim, which is from advanced financial accounting. So maybe this video might get longer because so see. So in advanced financial accounting or basically kya practical ahe, theory ahe. So practical aru theory mane or kya hai. So we will start with the practical today. Aru hetu about unit 4 the last unit investment accounts or investment accounts logo related. So investments accounts or investments account, or when it comes to the calculation for investment accounts, we have two types of calculation that are completely different, but also that comes in the same category. So not completely different, but same investments account or hoy, but calculation belag ho pare, kintu basically. So these are the, you can say it as ek sikke ke do pehlu. So the first one is fixed income bearing securities and the second one is variable income bearing securities. So fixed income bearing securities debentures ahi jai, bonds ahi jai, and in the variable income securities we have the equity shares. So why the first one is known as fixed and the second one is known as variable? So simple, the concept is simple. Jedi apuni karbak debentures dise, when you have taken the debentures apuni kinise, so you will get the interest no matter what the situation the firm is going through. But in the case of equity, you won't get the profit if the company is not making any profit. So basically that's it. So variable, so ki hai equity shares ki hai income badhile income badhile mane amar ki hato je income bare amiu interest besi ke pam. But in the case of debentures we will not get we will get the fixed interest rate no matter what the situation is. So moi etu jitu question ase aji jitu question asile etu 2018 or hoy, basically 2018 or question hoy etu investments account or. So investments account or actually questions bilak bahut easy hoy jitu basically enoka designer question base hai which is related to fixed income bearing securities or basically ahe, but the variable one is also easy. In the next video I will show you how to calculate the variable income bearing securities, but for the first one we will go with the practical question that actually came in the 2000, that actually came in the question paper, and it comes for 14 marks. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, don't be scared, we will do this together. It's very easy, not that complicated, but olap step by step thake khali kora, khali steps thake khali steps kita monot korile ami pari jam. It's not that difficult. Okay, so yeah, let's start. So Mr. Investor furnishes the following details relating to his holding in 6% government bonds at ₹100 each. Okay, so mention as okay, so note here, we are making this account from the perspective of the investor and not the company. Ami horu thakote second year ami company's account prepare korisilo, redemption account, tapos liquidity shares account, but in the books of companies. But in here we will be making accounts in the from the perspective of the investor. So yeah, etu amar investors or accounts ot ki soliba ami hetu likhim, not the companies. Okay, so the company may be issuing many shares, but we will be only taking into account the number of purchases and the sales the investor has made. Okay, so yeah, let's start. So he ki korile Mr. Investor jikhini details ase regarding his purchases and sales. So these are the government bonds. Okay, so in order to know, so first this is the rate 6% and it's the government bonds. If it's bonds, then know that the calculation will be in fixed income bearing securities way. Aru eta kotha mon rakhibo, in fixed income bearing securities or your interest accrue hoy thake, because accrual concept is basically income more generate hoy thakibo. So suppose mor kiman maha pa kiman maha leke mor jodi interest mo pabole asu ar moi pam, hetu ami record korim in the investment account. So that is known as the accrual concept. So in the fixed income bearing securities, where we take the accrual concept, but in the variable income bearing securities we don't include the accrual concept. Okay, so here accrual concept thakibo yat income bearing securities, which is not that difficult, don't worry, we will discuss. Okay, so here is the interest rate 6% aru nominal jitu nominal rupees hoy, nominal price which is 100 rupees. Okay, so okay, we'll start with the opening balance here given. Opening balance face value is rupees 60,000 and the cost is 59,000. So cost is the kharcha basically. So 1/3/2017 okay, 1st March 2017 100 units purchase korile investor at the kharcha of rupees 98 x interest inclusive, exclusive of interest. This is the exclusive interest. Okay, interest include yet nine, without interest 98 rupees at kinile. 1/7/2017 we have to calculate the interest here basically. So that's it. So 1/7/2017, so that's basically 1 July 2017 sold koile 200 units ex interest, exclusive interest of the original holding at ₹100. So and in the 1st October 2017 purchased 50 units at ₹98 come interest. So we won't be including here interest. Okay. So 1/11/2017 sold 200 units ex interest at ₹99 out of the original holdings. Okay. So here are given the due dates. Interest dates are 30th September and 31st March. Mr. Investor closes his books every 31st December. Show the investment account as it would appear in his books. Okay, note here one thing. The due dates are very important in order to calculate the accrued interest. Okay. Aru eta kotha monot rakhibo যদি amar due dates kita books of opening or closing of the books of accounts does not match, then we have to also include the accrued interest for the opening and the closing accounts. Okay, so that two specs you have to remember. Aru amar accrued interest karone calculate keneke koriba lebo. So if we made a purchase and the sales, if we made a purchase in a particular date and sales in a particular date or month, basically, so amar ki koriba lebo last due date jitu ase last due date pa ami purchase ba sales jetia korilu hetu pa ami accrue calculation korim. We will basically see here, mo basically noko sale manhe gom pabo. So in order to see the accounting entries, so that's how the answer looks like. So we have to make, this is the investment account, how an investment account looks like. So here we have the particulars, also particulars, debit side, credit side. Tinta column banaba lebo. This is for the nominal value, this is for the interest, and this is the kharcha cost. Again, credit side are the same, particulars, nominal value, interest, cost, nominal or face value. Okay, same. Okay. So first of all, we will make a chart. Working notes banam, basically working notes ot ami ki korim ekhini je ami transactions koilu, purchase and sale korilu, hekhini ami note korim with calculation of the accrued interest. Okay, so yeah, so let's go with the working note, purchase and sales. So for the convenience I have made a chart like this. Okay, so yeah, tamar box columns banale. So date, nominal value, face value, from to mane ketia pa ketia lake accrue whole, number of months kiman accrue whole, then we have the x interest that is also already provided in the question, then the calculated interest and the come interest. This is not required basically, but for the convenience I have written it. Okay, so here let's just understand the accrued concept. Okay, method to calculate accrued interest, last due date to date of purchase. So ami first problem asile, first problem ot ami ki korilu. Okay, so we were given the due dates, two due dates, that is the 31st September and 30th September and 31st March. So we purchased the debentures on 1st March 2017. So what will be the last due date? It will be 30th September 2016. Okay, March nahe possible nahoy, so September will come. Basically next year 2016 opa 2017 lake 30th September 2016 opa 1st March 2017 lake kiman amar interest accrue hoise hetu ami books of accounts ot calculate korim, and that will be recorded in the debit side of the investments account. So which is basically 30th September 2016. So we can write the next day, which is October opa ami February leke, because yet 1st March ot ami kinisu. So October to February we have 5 months here. So 5 divided by 12. Okay, so that's how you calculate. So that's the nominal value. Ami kiman or kinisilu. Let's check. 100 units kinilu. Face value kiman se? Face value ami interest calculate kora hoy. So basically 100 into 100 we got here 10,000. Rate amar 6% asile, question already diya ase. So 10,000 into 6% we have 5 by 12. We got 250. We will write here 250. And the x interest we got, exclusive of interest we got here 98. So 98 into 100 we got 9,800. So that's the interest and that's the come interest. Similarly we will do with all of the other purchases and sales. So in the second, so number 2 we made the sales. Method to calculate accrued interest, last due date to date of sales. So amar accrued date kiman asile? March asile. আমি purchase আমি sale কেতিয়া কৰিলো 1st July 2017 ত কৰিলো আমি sales and the last due date was March and not September. We remember we have to note the last one, not the first one. Okay, so the last one is 31st March 2017. So 31st March 2017 to 1st July 2017, how many months we have? From April to June we had 3 by 12. So same, how many so the face value will be 20,000. 20,000 is already given the question. So 220 kiman asile kiman units asile? So we had sold 200 units of 100 rupees each. So that's the case. So 20,000 into 6% by 3 by 12 we have 300. Similarly, in the number 3 case we purchased. So we made the purchase on 1st October 2017 and the last accrual date was 31st September 2019. Remember, so see here 0 months, and in the question it is written as come interest. And yet interest ko pa lagibo no 0 months hoye ase, no interest. And gale September sat ki hai October hai, October to ami kiniye lolo, so no interest. Okay, so in the 4 number we sold our debentures. How many debentures we sold? We sold 200 probably. Let's see the question. Yes, we sold 200 units. So 200 into, so ami ketia bikilo? November ot bikilo. So first November 2017 bikilo, and the last accrued date was 31st September 2017. So how many months have passed? 1 month, October. So basically October. So 20,000 into 6% into 1 by 12 we got 100. Okay, so we'll just fill up the box here as we did. Okay, so these dates are important, also right here. Okay, next we did the purchase and sales accrued calculation. Next, again the most important one is opening balance and closing balance, or amar jitu accrued interest asile hetu calculate korim, aru ami due dates ot kiman amounts palo ami hetu calculate korim. Okay, so Mr. Investor opened his book on ketia? 1st January 2017. So tar agot tar last due date kiman asle accrue hua? Obviously 30th September 2016. So 30th September 2016 opa 1st December 2007 laga kiman interest accrue hola? That one we have to calculate. So that is basically how many months? October to December. September, October, November, December laga amar interest accrue hol. For how many shares? For 60,000 shares. As mentioned in the question, we had 60,000 rupees. Okay, 60,000 rupees of debentures basically. So 60,000 shares into 6%, 3 months, 3 by 12 we have here 900. This one we have to record in the debit balance, debit side. Next we have again the due dates. We got due dates ot ami amar kiman amar debentures asile tar binimoyt ami amar interest kini pam. So remember, so 2017 amar first due date ketia asile 31st March 2017. Okay, so tar agot ami kiba purchase korilu na? We purchased. We already had 60,000 rupees and we made a purchase of 10,000 debentures. So total we will have 70,000. So 70,000 into 6% somahor hoy basically. So 6 by 12 we will get here 2,100. Okay, 2,100. Okay, now again we will again get due dates or ami mote ami pam paisa. So due dates ketia asile amar? Next due date asile 30th September 2017. So last due date to the next due date ami purchase asile amar kiman shares asile? So we had 60,000 on 1st January 2017. Then we had 10,000 shares. Then again ami 20,000 minus korilo because we sold 20,000 shares. Okay, if we see the dates here, see here 1/7/2017, that is before the second due date, which is 30th September. September agot ami ketia sell korilo 200 shares. So basically that's 20,000 shares we minus, we will less it, then we will get 50,000 shares in hand. We have 50,000 shares in hand, and now we will calculate it. 50,000 shares into 5% into 6 by 12, that is 1,500. Okay, that one we will be calculating in the credit side. Okay, so yeah, we did it. So that's the part. Okay, the next thing we have to write is if we have closing balance or mane face value closing balance jedi ase amar tetia ami closing balance or accrued. So ami jeta first ot ami jeta accrued accrue কৰিলো হয় না accrue calculation কৰিলো তেতিয়ালে আমি so আমাৰ এটো কি এটো বেসিক্যালি ক্লোজিং ব্যালেন্স আছিলে নেক্সট লাস্ট ইয়াৰৰ ক্লোজিং ব্যালেন্স আছিলে ফার্স্ট ইয়াৰৰ নতুন প্ৰথম বছৰৰ ওপেনিং ব্যালেন্স হ'ব so we will have to again write a closing we have to make a closing balance so that then in the next year it will become again the opening balance কটাকটি হৈ যাব so we have to also include the closing balance okay so closing balance আমাৰ কিমান হ'ব so 35000 the shares হ'ব so how is it possible so we'll do this later we will know it in the calculation so basically আমি এটা for the information for the knowledge আমি চাইলাও যে আমাৰ 35000 shares থাকিবা by the end of the year and we will deduct with we will cut it out with this interest and number of months so which is basically last due date is 30th September to 31st December 2007 that's basically 3 months so 3 by 12 we will have 525 accrued interest okay next we will come up with the WACC calculation of closing balance in the WACC okay remember here one according to the accounting standards of 2000 accounting standards 13 AS 13 if the question is silent regarding the calculation of closing cost balance then we must go with the WACC formula okay WACC okay we must go with the WACC okay so if the question is silent regarding calculation closing then go with the WACC method okay so how do we calculate the WACC WACC is very simple so first of all we have to take the opening balance then purchase then sales and sales we have to deduct the sales okay so opening balance amar kiman asile 60000 the shares asile divided by 100 the amount we will get the 600 debentures now to calculate the rate here note here amar yat sobote 98 rupees rate to di dise but yat amar cost or rate to dia na so in order to calculate the cost rate কাৰণে আমি কি কৰিব লাগিব a to যেটো cost আমাৰ amount to দিছে so 59000 ক আমি কি কৰিম 600 এৰে divide কৰি দিম we will get the cost rate okay so that's the cost rate rupees 98.3 so 59000 divided by 600 we will get 98.3 okay next we have made purchase of 100 shares if you see the question if you check the question to check screenshot mari lok নহলে মানে মই তলত দিয়ে দিম বাৰু question টো আপুনি চাব so 100 ta shares we have 100 ta debentures we got at the rate of rupees 98 then again number 3 we sold 200 shares at the rate sorry my bad shares so 200 debentures rate 100 and then we again made the purchase of 50 debentures at the rate 28 then again we sold 200 okay now let's calculate the total amount of shares we have how many shares we have how many debentures we have bare shares because I'm sorry very sorry okay quantity of debentures we left in our hand so basically we have prothomete asile amar 600 asile 600 plus 100 minus 200 plus 50 and then minus 200 so this will be our balance 350 will be our balance so if we multiply it with 100 we will have the face value which is 35000 okay now we will calculate the WACC 1 and WACC 2 দুবার কৰিব লাগে so basically to get the answer so WACC 1 ত কি কৰিম আমি এই দুটা ক্যালকুলেট কৰিম purchase opening আৰু purchase or calculate কৰিম so opening ত কিমান আছিল 600 multiplied by 28 plus 100 into 98 600 into 98.3 plus 100 into 98 divided by number of shares which is basically 600 plus 100 we get 700 okay now we will get the rate here 98.257142 again we will have the leftover shares eto ami kori lolu next amar so leftover shares kiman hobo so this one we had 700 minus 200 we will be left with 500 shares so 500 shares will be left with how many shares 500 shares into this rate then plus this 50 okay 50 into kiman asle 50 kiman asle 98 no so we will divide it by the number of shares which is 500 plus 50 is 550 then we'll get this number moi iman kin decimal hoise to get the correct answer okay so now how to get the closing balance is basically the balance we have the total number of shares we have multiplied by this answer we'll get 34380 so this will be in the credit side of the closing balance cost column okay আমি সাম যেটা হৈ যাম এতিয়া এখিনি বুজিবলে কাৰণে টান হৈছে অলপ কিন্তু আমি যেতিয়া আমি সলিউশন টু সাম তেতিয়া আমাৰ সব কথা বুজি পাই যাম so yeah so that's it মোৰ হেৰি বিলাক আপুনি নোটস বিলাক চাই লব তেতিয়া আপুনি গম পাই যাব নোটস বিলাক মোৰ ডাউনলোড কৰি লওক we might need them, so I'll just open them all. Okay, apuni sai labo bar de moi help lesu ite moi direct answer. So this is the answer, this is our answer. We have already discussed how to make the columns. 3 columns thakibo in each side. So opening balance, first of all we have a opening balance in the question, so we'll write a first January 2007 opening balance ami accounts open korilo. So opening balance nominal value is 60,000. In the cost column we'll write the actual cost 59,000. আৰু কি হল আমি কি হল bank account কি হল আমাৰ interest যেটো accrue হৈছিলে আমাৰ from last September 2016 to 31st December 2000 or 1st January 2017. We'll write here the interest 900 যেটো আমি already calculate কৰিলো. Next we made a purchase on 1st March 2017. We made the purchase on nominal value 10,000. Interest we have already calculated 250. Then the cost we have 9,800. Now remember we have to write the due dates. Jito ami due date amar bank ot humale hekane we will credit here. So 31st March 2017 interest, we got the interest. So by bank account kiman palu 2,100 for these 2 shares. Okay, ami palu. Next we sold our debentures for 1/7/2017 on 1/7, that's July 1 July 2007 ami debentures sell korilu for 200 into 100 20,000 shares, interest 300 and the cost is same 100 20,000. Question likha ase. Next again we made a purchase on 1st October 2017 to bank account 550 50 shares. We bought 50 shares 5,000, that is total. Aru amar cost kiman asile 4,900, which is already given in the question. We didn't got the interest because it was purchased in 1st October 2017. No interest left. Accrual date asile amar September. Okay, next again we made a sales on 1/11/2017 by bank account 20,100. If you see the chart you will know everything. 1980 value kita put kori disu. And again we have to also write the closing balance accrued, closing interest accrued. Okay, closing balance or accrued. So by interest receivable account ami interest kiman pam 525. Okay, so 525 we got. Now we will be closing our balance. So by balance we credit down to likhilo, but don't forget to write. Okay, it's very important. So by balance credit down we'll just total them up. So kiman hogol 60,000 10,000 5,000, adding this and subtracting with this 20,000 we will get here 35,000. And for the WACC calculation of cost, so see ami WACC kele calculate korilu for putting this value in the cost column. Okay, ami heto already calculate korilu, apuni sai labo moi notes di disu already. So 34380 is the answer. We'll put here no interest. Okay, now we will just total them up. Okay, so ami a total korilu. So this side is greater than this side, so here, so we will get the P&L here 3375, and this side is greater than this side. So yeah, 74180 we will get here kiman asile. Oh sorry, this side is greater than this side, so we will get here to P&L account. Oh yes, I was correct on the first time. So this side is greater than this side, so to P&L account 480 rupees. Okay, we got it here. So that's how it is. Very simple, but because we have to go through the accrual concept, this takes a longer time, but it's worth it. So yeah, that's the end of the video. Moi link ko di dim baro. For your kind information, moi kini Notion app pa moi disu. So if you haven't installed the Notion app, then kindly install it to get the notes. Okay, I will share them. Okay, yeah, take care, bye.